So much more fun to chat about the Stanley Cup Final with our NHL analyst and our good friend Martin Biron when I don't have diarrhea. Like, I just feel better about it now. Marty, I can't speak for you, but I just feel better about it now. Marty, Golden Knights
I feel
taking...
better about it too, and I'm not even in the same room with you, but that's good. Like, I feel better about that.
I'm glad we both agree on that situation, Marty. Adin Hill, man, this guy continues to impress. 33 saves in Game 1, and of course that now legendary paddle save that will be showing over and over on SportsCenter for years to come. Now, it was 1-1 at the time that Hill made that save. Vegas wins at 5-2, and it got you thinking about other saves that maybe changed the complexion of a series, Marty.
And before we talk about other saves that I've seen in the past, like the Adin Hill save, what is so great about it is, yes, it's a spectacular desperation type save, but it's 1-1 a minute into the second period. Like, if Florida scores and ends up winning the game, like they won Game 1 against Toronto, they won Game 1 against Carolina. If they win Game 1 against Vegas, like, that changes the whole complexion of the series. And this is obviously a wide open 4x6 that Hill just throws the stick back. But you think of Braden Holtby in 2018, Alex Tuch as a wide open net. That changed the series right there, right? I'm sorry, Tucky, he's a good buddy of mine, but I have to go back to that save. It was almost identical. That was in Vegas as well, but for the other team. But Sergei Bobrovsky has also made those type of saves. Game 5 in the first round on Brad Marchand with 2 seconds left. He makes that breakaway save. If that goes in, the series is done in 5 games. No, he made that save. How about in 2019, Bobrovsky's team, the Columbus Blue Jackets, were down 3-0 in the first period. That's early in the second. He makes that save on Kucherov. Columbus wins 4-3, sweeps Tampa. And obviously, it's not so much what it does to the other team. It's sometimes what it does to you as a goaltender. How about this save by Patrick Roy late in Game 4 in the 93 finals on Sandstrom, and then he gives it the old winky here. Montreal ends up winning Game 4 in overtime. They won Game 5 at home to win the Stanley Cup, the last Stanley Cup from a Canadian team. But yeah, it's not always what it does to the psyche of the other team. Sometimes it's what it does to you as a goaltender. And you could tell by Patrick Roy, the little confidence that he showed by giving the old wink. I don't think Adin Hill gave the wink. I don't think he has that confidence, but still, he'll play with a lot of confidence in Game 2 because of that save.
And you showed a couple incredible saves by my guy, Sergei Bobrovsky, but the Golden Knights got to him, Marty, in Game 1. He gave up 4 goals for the first time since the first round. My question for you is, how did they do it? How did the Las Vegas Golden Knights get to Bobrovsky?
Well, the scouting report on every goalies in the world is they don't like traffic. But it's not just to have somebody in front of the goaltender as a screen. It's when you have the puck, what do you do with the puck? How do you change the angle of the puck? How do you change the location of the shot? So as a goaltender, if you face a straight-on shot with a screen, it's a little bit easier. You know the shot's coming, you don't have to move. But how about here? Vegas will move to the middle of the ice from a location on the wall and get to a better shooting location with a screen in front. So look at Bobrovsky. He has to move right. Oh, the shot's to the left. I'm late on that because of the screen, because of the movement. How about this one? That made it 3-2, right? It's the same thing. You go from left to right, and the goalie has to follow the puck, and then there's a screen. So, you can work on stationary screen, and as a goaltender, all you have to know is the puck come in, boom, you go down butterfly, you hope the puck is going to hit you. But when you have to follow the play and then react to the shot, that's 2 things that you have to do, and it's a lot harder to do. So that is the key, not just having net front presence, but also having movement with the puck so that Bobrovsky has to follow the play and deal with the screen.
Having said all that, Marty, do you see a bounce-back effort from the veteran goaltender in Game 2?
Absolutely. I mean, even his demeanor after the game, how he answers the question, it's like, yeah, that was a great game. Yeah, okay. They came out and they played well, and we knew that was going to happen. Look, I talked about the 9 days off, the 10-day layoff for the Florida Panthers.
Yep.
They came out with a lot of energy, but in the second period, the legs were dead, right? And Bobrovsky was good, but not at the same level he was in the series against Toronto and Carolina. So I definitely think that there's another notch for Bobrovsky and the Florida Panthers in Game 2.
Marty, our mutual friend Darren Dreger, our hockey insider, broke the news on Saturday, and I wanted to ask you about it. Mike Babcock is back, Marty. He will return to the NHL as Columbus Blue Jackets head coach, and they got to delay it as his Maple Leafs contract doesn't expire till the end of the month. And Marty, there's no way that Mike Babcock is not going to get every dollar that he can from MLSE. So what do you make, Marty, of Babcock returning to the NHL? I know some people thought it might never happen. And do you like the fit in Columbus?
I like the fit in Columbus. Yes, I think this is a team that has a lot of established players. They went and got Johnny Gaudreau, but they also need somebody with experience to be able to guide them in the right direction. So, yes, and listen, Mike Babcock's a fantastic hockey coach, right? And there was the thing with Mitch Marner in Toronto that happened, but it's always been the way that Mike Babcock has been. He's been a confidence, borderline cocky type of coach from his days in juniors and through the NHL when he was at Anaheim and then Detroit and then on to Toronto. I had him in the 97 World Juniors with Team Canada, and he was the same way. But I totally loved him as a coach. And I'll tell you this, Jay, when I retired from the NHL in 2013, I got a few text messages from friends and family members, teammates and whatnot. And I got a text from Mike Babcock. I never had him as a coach in the NHL. And he says, Marty, congratulations, fantastic career. You're one of the best. And look, that goes a long way. I understand that along the way, as a coach, sometimes you play some games, and obviously it went the wrong way with the Toronto Maple Leafs. But I still think he's a great person. He's a great coach, and he'll be better off for the experience that he's had the last few years away from the game, returning to the Blue Jackets.
I love that take, Marty. And, a little time coaching the University of Saskatchewan hockey team didn't hurt him, I bet.
Yep.
Babcock, he's been out of the league since November 2019. That's right before the pandemic began. It's been a while, but he's back. Marty, you're the best. Always great chatting with you, buddy. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, you too.